Halloween is a great time for TF2. There's a whole slew of maps that come back each year with a few new ones added, and with these maps come contracts to complete. With each passing year, the length to complete the contracts take a longer amount of time, so what I wanted to do is see how long the contracts would take. However, I didn't want to just pick Pyro for each contract, so what I decided to do is play random for each map, just for the challenge. Starting off the challenge, the first map that I got was Slasher, and the first character I got was Heavy. It went well. I haven't played TF2 in a while, so I was dying every few seconds, but the map didn't take too long to complete. Also, one big thing, if you complete the contract in the middle of the round, you have to play out the round. So if you complete it in the first 5 seconds of the round, you gotta play the rest of it out. It's painful, but it is what it is. The map took me around 28 minutes to complete, and I was hoping for it to be shorter because I did not expect this challenge to take this long. The next map that I got was Harvest, which is actually my favorite map in the entire game. Yes, I know there's a lot of sniper sight lines, but it's whatever. Also, I got Engineer, which is not a bad pick for this map. I had a fun time on this map. Usually I play Pyro or Scout to annoy the enemy team in their barn, but either way, I had a fun time playing NG. One thing I should know, which is going to happen a lot throughout this entire thing, you have to be alive to collect the soul for the contract. If you die and then somebody dies due to something you did or you get an assist, you don't get the soul. You have to be alive. It really sucks when you're playing Engineer or Medic when you're relying on something else to get kills for you, but it's doable, even if it's very difficult. And after playing this game for just under an hour, I have completed 2 maps. This is going to be a long process. For the next map I got Hell Tower, which I vastly prefer to the original High Tower, but that's probably because I don't main Soldier. I got Demo Man, which was good, mainly because I could farm kills easily. Only problem though, the ping was horrible. I tried making it work, but playing a projectile class with high ping is near impossible, so I had to requeue. Another issue going on was the bot issue I had during the game, which made this game take way longer than I wanted it to. The game in total took 1 hour to complete, and that kind of infuriated me, but it is what it is, and I got through it. The next map I got was Man Manor. Now, the weird thing about this map is when I was new to the game, I found a community server, and for some reason, I was just infatuated with the map. Playing it today, I'm not too, fond of it. I like the map all in well, but I don't think it's all that great. I don't know why I play this map all the time when I started playing this game back in 2012, but it's whatever. I got Sniper, which was great for this map due to the long sight lines on it. Thankfully, a lot of the people on the map were just standing still or walking in straight lines, so getting headshots was easy. After Hell Tower, which was a pain in the ass, this map went very nicely. Only 30 minutes and I was able to get in and out. After Man Manor, we finally get to Carnival Crasher, which is probably where a lot of people would agree that the TF2 team kind of jumped the shark when it came to Halloween content. It's in a game mode that nobody really plays anymore, and not only that, there is a bumper car minigame at the end of the map. I have never been a fan of the bumper cars in TF2. I just thought it was a weird addition, and I don't think it's really all that fun. The map itself is fine. I like running around and collecting the spells as a scout. That's always been enjoyable for me. It's just when you get to the back half of the round, it just goes straight into unfun territory. It also didn't help that this one engineer wasn't reviving me at all or anybody during the bumper cars, so there was only one person doing anything, and I couldn't collect spells because of this one engineer that would not revive me. It was getting to the point where he was swerving around me to not revive me. I had some choice words to say to the guy very politely in the chat, but I just wanted to be revived. That's it. I just wanted to be revived. The map took just under an hour for me to complete, but my god, it felt like the Hell Tower one took shorter, and I had to requeue for that one, but that one just could have been way shorter, if not for one small little problem during the bumper cars. For the next map, we finally get one of the new ones for this year, which was exciting. It was Crasher. And you know what? This was the best new map that they added this year. So the gimmick for this map is that it is capture the flag, but you have to bring your flag to the enemy's spawn. But not only that, you get to be a giant. Now I did have to play Spy, which probably isn't the best class to play on this game mode, but since everybody is focused on the giants, it was good to get some easy kills in. And even with being forced to play Spy, I got to be a giant. It was actually really fun. It's great to see that even after 15 years, the community is still adding things to this game when Valve won't. It's so nice to see. I completed the map in under a quick half hour and I was out of there. And I really hope I get to play this map some more. It was my favorite map of the entire season. The next map I got was Bloodwater. and I got engineer for this map, which would have been perfect. Only problem is, I don't really care for this map all too much. Like, to me, it's a fine map, but there's nothing really exciting or too fun about it. The Bloodwater version is a bit better, mainly because, you know, spells and all that stuff. But the map just doesn't really scream interesting to me at all. Like, I know, like, people, like, claim it's perfect and all that, but if this is what perfect looks like, I want flaws. Nothing too exciting happened on this map. Only exciting thing is I somehow got behind enemy lines and killed the engineer while he was wrangling his sentry. But other than that, nothing awesome happened on this map, kind of like how Badwater usually is. The next map up was Megalo, which is one of my personal favorite maps from the Halloween lineup. And not only that, I got the engineer again. I seem to be getting him a lot during this challenge, but that's fine. I probably should be playing with him more because he does have like some of my favorite shotguns in the entire game. I kind of wish I got something like Demo or Scout or Soldier or something, mainly because I would have been able to get to the point and be able to defend it and try to run away from the train, because that's the real fun of the map. But since I got NG, I was covering a flank for a lot of the time. But even with that, I still had a lot of fun on this map. It's one of the better ones in the entire lineup for Halloween, and I can't wait to play it each year. And I was able to get in and out of this map quite quickly. Up next, the map was Ioduct, and the class I got was Spy, which probably wasn't the best class for this map, but it was still a very easy contract completion. If you keep killing Monoculus and you keep farming the Purgatory bonus objective, you can get this contract done really quickly. And thankfully, you don't need the final blow to get the bonus objective done. You will get the 30 points if you just do some damage to him and he dies soon after. It's great. So even after getting Spy, I was able to complete this contract relatively quickly. The next map I got to play was Hassel Castle, which is based off Upward, which is my favorite map in the entire game. Not only that, but I got to play Scout for this one, so I was running around grabbing all the spells and spamming them throughout the entire game, and it was amazing. Like, the first game started off at the last point, which is already probably my favorite choke in the entire game, and I was just running around spamming as many spells as I possibly could. It was great. This is one of the few times where, since I didn't get the objective done in the second round, I had to play another round. That means I get to play more Hassel Castle, which was a win in my book, even if it took longer. The next map I got was Los Muertos, which is another personal favorite of mine. A lot of the Koth maps in this game are great, especially the Halloween ones. I got heavy for this map, which probably wasn't the best pick, mainly due to how open it was and how hard it is to get to jump on people. I still had a fun time, mainly because this map has spells and it doesn't have any monsters that spawn, other than the skeletons at the end of the round. But I got in and out pretty quickly on this one. 6 hours into the challenge, and I'm making some pretty good progress. I only have around like 25 to 30 more to do, so that's not too bad, I guess. The next map we got was Brimstone, and the character I got to play was Demo Man. Thankfully, there wasn't any ping issues I had to deal with this one. I was able to play the class effectively. I was able to do this one quickly, mainly because sticky spamming is a quick way to get souls on any map in the game. I mean, I feel like every time I got Demo Man, I was just sticky spamming throughout the entire game, but it was a good way to get the contracts done faster. I got the map done within 30 minutes, which is good. The next map I got was Molder Grove, and the class I had to play was Spy. Now, the only problem with Molder Grove and playing Spy is that whenever you capture the point, a portal opens up to the Underworld. When you go into the Underworld, you have to fight off in a 3v3 duel in order to get crits for your team. Now, the problem is, playing Spy in there is kind of difficult, mainly because all the damage classes go in there, and since you're a pick class, it's kind of hard to get a pick when everybody knows where you are. Still, I didn't have too much of a bad time playing this map. It was still fun, and I always did enjoy this map, mainly because I played the damage-based classes going to the Underworld. But other than that, I had a good time, and I was able to get out of this map in 26 minutes, which was very nice. The next map I got was another new map, which was Bonesaw. This is a payload race map, which is a game mode that doesn't really get added to much, so I thought that was interesting. I had to play Scout, but the only problem is there was an engineer on the other team just making my life a pain. And also there's the Headless Horseman, which I'm not sure if that would have fit the map. I still need to play it more to see if it did, but I wasn't too much of a fan of it. But other than that, I thought the map was fun. There's also a very interesting thing at the end of the map where it makes you go through a death run. Now, I did like the death run. I'm not too much of a fan where if you lose and you're like already at a disadvantage in the death run. It feels like it's already making me lose again, but it's just like delaying the inevitable. Though there is another map that does it way worse that I'll get to later, but this map was fun and I did like the death run part of it, so I can't wait to play it more. The next map I got was Soul Mill, and I was able to play Soldier for this one, and it was good because rocket jumping around on this map is actually really fun. The only problem I really have with this map is that it's too similar to the original map. I know I said I enjoyed Harvest Event, and that is literally just Harvest with Ghost and Pumpkins, but that was when TF2 was like first created, and they didn't really know what they wanted to do for Halloween, so it made more sense of why it was so limited in what it had. But this is 2022, and we add so many crazy new things. Like, it's hard to get excited about Soul Mill when Crasher just got added. It's kinda hard to really care. I know there's an underworld. There's not really a point to go in there other than getting crits, which a lot of other maps already have. Though I did enjoy the map, but I feel like there could have been like way more added to it, or it could have been like way crazier. The next map I got was Spooky Ridge, and the next class I had to play was Sniper. Now, while I do believe that there is good sightlines for Sniper on this map, I was finding very bad games throughout the entire day, and I had to play again the next day to find any good ones. While I wasn't the biggest fan of this map, maybe because of the bad luck I was having, there was one thing I thought was very interesting, was that there were portals to the underworld, but they actually just teleported you to a different part of the map and gave you a little health boost. I thought it was interesting, and I thought it would be really cool to see other maps try it out in the near future. But this one, I just wasn't feeling this map, but I do need to play it some more. The next map I got was Laughter, which is a personal favorite of mine. And the class I was able to play on this map was Scout. Since there's no spells to collect, you just have to worry about grabbing the pumpkins when you see them, and since I was Scout, that made it very easy. Not only that, popping them for a 180 damage when you're right up against their face is so much fun. This is one of my favorite maps in the rotation. The more I played, the more I realized that Koth is probably just my favorite game mode. I was able to get in and out of this map quite quickly, which is a double-edged sword because I was able to do this challenge faster, but I want to play more Laughter. It's one of my favorite maps. The next map I got was Maple Ridge Event, and I had to play Sniper for this one, which was probably a good thing because there was two great sightlines on the flanks of the point. This map also went a lot better than Spooky Ridge. It was more on the vein of Man Manor, which made me very happy. I stood on the sides and got a lot of headshots, and after 33 minutes I was on to my next map. The next map I got was Ghost Fort, everybody's least favorite Halloween map. And you know what? I had a fine time on this map. I know everybody hates this map because it takes way too long to complete the contract, and if you keep killing Marasmus, he just keeps spawning, which delays the end of the round further and further. Thankfully, everybody in the game didn't kill Marasmus too many times, so that wasn't too much of an issue, so we just got to run around and kill each other for the normal amount of time, which is still already too long, and I was able to get out of the map quite quickly, which made me very happy. The next map was Cauldron, and for this map I got to play NG, again, for the 40th time this challenge. I don't know why I keep getting NG, I have no idea why. This is another great map that's in the lineup each year. Every time you cap the point there's a new effect on the map, whether it be skeletons or all the players getting crits. And not only that, there's an underworld where you're able to get crits and uber charge and still be able to fight in the main game. Thankfully, playing Engineer on this map wasn't too bad and it was actually kind of fun. I was able to complete this map in just under a half hour. The next map on the list was Gorge Event, and for this game I got to play as Engineer for the... I feel like I'm gonna have more hours than Uncle Dane by the end of this challenge, my word. I just want to play a different class for once. The game went smoothly. I probably should have used something that wasn't the Gunslinger on this map since it was an attack defend map, but it's whatever. I played Engineer like 5 times in a row. I just wanted to play something else for once. Nothing too exciting happened on the map and I was able to complete it in a decent amount of time, but I just want to play something else for once. I'm done playing Engineer. I want to play a different class. I don't care what class it is, please. The next map up was Ghoul Pit, another new map, which was kind of exciting to see, and I got to play Medic, which I should have been careful with what I asked for, but it's at least different than Engineer, which makes me happy. And you know, I gotta say, I don't play Medic a lot, mainly because I didn't really find him enjoyable, but I am more and more enjoying him. But this map, I really enjoyed it. It did take a lot longer for me than normal maps, but even with that, I enjoyed this map quite a bit, even playing a class I don't really play normally. I got some good plays, I got some nice Ubers in there, and I thought it was a good map all around. I can't wait to play this one some more. Even though this one did take me an hour, I'm happy it was this one and not something like Ghost War or the Marasmus Challenge. This one was very nice to do. The next map up was Hell Train. It's another new map, and on this one I got to play Soldier. It was exciting because I was finally able to roam around as a soldier since the outside was so wide. This map is interesting because you're on a train that's going through hell, and whatever it does is a weird effect, including this new one that I've never seen used before, where it just stretches out your body. That was very weird and strange, and I've never really seen that before. I kind of wish I had a different server I was playing on for this map, mainly because everybody on this one was spawn camping me to hell and back. But I would love to play this one some more to get more of a concrete opinion, because I do think the setting of it is very interesting. The next map up was Gravestone, and for this map I got to play Engineer for I just got done playing Engineer. Please, I just want to play something new. I just want to play whatever, it's fine. This one was very rough. I was getting spawn camped for a lot of the game, and not only that, this probably has my least favorite bumper car thing in the entire game, mainly because the turns in the mansion are way too tight, and the bumper cars do not control very well at all. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to have bad controlling bumper cars in a tight turning area without like any way to like drift properly. I don't know. This is my least favorite bumper car section in the entire game. I don't mean any hate towards the creators at all, but I'm not a fan of the bumper car sections at all. It's not my thing. This one was a bit rough. It wasn't the longest I spent, but I did feel the challenge setting in on this map specifically. The next map up was Monster Bash, and for this one I got to play as the Demo Man. I had good ping on this map, so I was able to enjoy it quite nicely. I'm kind of shocked that this is our first player destruction map. I thought we would have gotten one earlier. I kind of wish there was more maps of player destruction in the main game, because I don't really like waiting until Halloween to play this game mode. It's a really fun game mode if you're just playing it casually. I got some good easy kills as Demo Man, and I was able to get through the map quite quickly. The next map we got is Erebus, and for this one I was able to play Soldier. But to be honest, I have no idea how to pronounce this map's name. I don't know if it's Erebus or Erebus. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this game mode, mainly because it just feels too stale and one note for me to even get into at all. Though I will say, I was happy to play something like Soldier instead of like Sniper or Medic on this map, mainly because it does kind of feel like Dust Bowl, and you kind of need to play a damage-based class to do anything fun on those maps. Still, I was able to beat the map in a decent amount of time in just around 30 minutes, which made me very happy, because I wanted to move on to something that I found more fun. For the next map I got was Hellstone, and the class I was able to play was Demo Man, and it made me very happy because I beat the contract within one round. To speak about the map, there is the the guy with the pumpkin on his head, and he has an axe, and he runs around, and you have to attack somebody else and not be it. And that's kind of annoying, and so is Monacos, but I do really like the map itself. Now to talk about how I actually beat the contract within one round, I did some very skillful plays. I'm talking kind of plays that Banny wouldn't even be able to make. I mean, just look at this. Look how many people just walking into my stickies. I'm so good at this game. So the next time you see me, I will be on a sixes team, and I will be destroying Banny. Completed this map in 16 minutes, which made me very happy. The next map I got was Pit of Death, and for this one I had to play Medic. Now, the easiest way to collect souls on player destruction maps is that you have to go into the zone to deposit whatever you collected in the round. Now, the problem is, I'm playing Medic. You don't really do that often when you're playing Medic. When you're playing something like Scout or Soldier or Demo or Pyro, it's much easier, but I'm healing the people trying to do that, and I'm hoping that they are getting kills themselves, and sometimes they don't do that. So I tried playing Battle Medic, and that didn't work out for me either, and then I just had to suffer the entire game, hoping that my teammates would do their job. So even though I did the last one in like 16 minutes, I did this one in around 45, so I guess it's evened out. The next map I got was Graveyard, and the class I was able to play was Medic. So I'm not excited to play this map at all, and I have to play a class that isn't good at collecting souls on this map. So two things here. One, I don't really like games where if you die once, that's it. You have to like just be dead until the next round, or you have to re-queue. And secondly, Medic is horrible for this game mode. Not because he's bad at doing his job here. No, he's probably the most important class in this game mode. The problem is, you can only collect a certain amount of souls, and if you're not the one killing people and you're relying on someone else to get your souls, you're not going to get any. For instance, I knew this was going to take a long time, so I did something I didn't want to do at first, but I brought a friend to play with me. Now, she is very good at this game, like literally plays competitive and has like 12,000 hours in this game. She knows what she's doing, and even with that, it took me an hour to do this. While I did enjoy playing with my friend, this took way too long, and even she followed the challenge and she was playing Sniper. This just took a long time, and I was happy to get out of there, even though it took me way too long. The next map up was Farmageddon, and for this one, I got to play Sniper, which was enjoyable. I decided to use the Huntsman instead of the Sniper rifle. While I do enjoy this map, there is one thing that should be noted. While playing it, the zombies on the map have way too much HP. And I'm certain that it was patched this year because my friend texted me about it. But they have way too much HP. I was shooting this zombie for like 5 seconds and then the soldier started shooting it. And it still didn't die for a good amount of time. So I had my friend helping me with this map and the next map again. So this one only took me around 17 minutes. But those zombies just take way too long to kill. The next map I got was synthetic, and for this one, I was able to play sniper again. While this one also has a giant boss running around, it's not too intrusive on the game itself, which is very nice to see. It's also got spells, which is a plus in my book. Those are my favorite part of Halloween. And all in all, I had a really good time playing this map, and I was able to get in and out of it quickly just as fast as the last map. The next map I got was Slasher again, and I was playing Scout on this map. I was playing with my friend again this time, so this map went insanely quickly. So fast, in fact, it only took 10 minutes to do, which was way faster than my first attempt. And I will say this, playing Scout on this map was way more fun. You were able to go through the underworld much quicker, and you were able to grab the spells much faster as well. And with that, I completed the map within 10 minutes, and I was off to the next one. Next map up was Precipice, and for this one, I got to play Engineer for the 400 millionth time this challenge. Now I am complaining, but I did have a good time playing that map. Until the part where the server lagged out and I lost 40 points. Now I do enjoy this map, and I wish I played a damage-oriented class instead of the Engineer. It does suck that I lost 40 points and it took this map an entire hour when it could have just taken 30 minutes. That was awful. However, I still really like this map and I do wish to play it some more, and I just wish I didn't have such a rough time playing at this game. The next map up was Moonshine, and then it finally happened. I got to play the Pyro. This made me ecstatic. I was shocked that it finally happened, and this is the only time I got to play Pyro this entire challenge. This may not sound that crazy, but when I was playing with my friend, after I did one of the challenges, I decided to just keep hitting random until I got Pyro, and it didn't happen for like 10 tries, so I don't know why it took this long. And I don't know if it's because I really like this map or if I was playing Pyro, but I had a blast playing this map. Like, this is probably my new favorite Halloween map. This is great. There's no huge boss destroying everybody. There's spells everywhere, and there's like unique effects that go on during the map. It was a great time all around. And with all that being said, I got the contract done within 2 rounds, which made me extremely happy. Kinda sad that I don't get to play Pyro anymore, but hey, at least I had fun while it lasted. Next challenge was the Horseless Headless, I don't care what his name is, it's way too long. It's basically the boss on Man Manor, and this challenge went very smoothly. Within this first spawn, I was able to kill him, and I just had to wait out the rest of the round to finish the contract. Next up, I had to kill Monoculus on Ioduct, and I had to play Engineer for it. It wasn't too upsetting because I knew it was going to be a quick challenge, but I just wish I was playing something that wasn't Engineer for once. Though even with that, I beat it in around 23 minutes, so that was very good for me. Next up, I had to go kill Marasmus, and for this one, I had to play Medic. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad because you only have to shoot him like 1 time before he dies in order for you to complete the contract. Only problem is, they kept killing Marasmus over and over, which just kept delaying the contract. I actually had to tell him to stop killing him so we could just complete the round faster. But thankfully, it still only took 20 minutes for me to do it. The next map I had to do was Sunshine, and for this one, I had to play Medic. So I've already had to do a lot of suffering by playing Medic, but for this one, not only did it take a long time to do it, my game crashed in the middle of it. So instead of it getting done within 45 minutes, I got it done within an hour, which just really made me so happy. Nothing too exciting happened in this game. I had to stay behind my teammates the entire time to make sure that they actually were getting kills, and I got it done within an hour, and I hope the next one won't take as long. Speaking of the next game, this is our last one. It's at Cursed Cove, and for this one, I got to play Medic again. Now, I know the correct thing would have been to just play the class normally, but no, I decided to play Battle Medic. If I have to play Medic 3 times in a row, I'm going Battle Medic. I don't care. The Blutsauger is my favorite weapon, and it's not even close, mainly because I can just keep damaging people, and I just keep getting my health back, and nothing can stop me if I know how to aim properly. I mean, if somebody knows how to play the game, then I can be stopped very easily, but I like to pretend I'm better than them. And after just under a half hour, I did it. I completed every single contract that is for this Halloween this year. I could finally be at peace. So after doing this challenge over the course of several days, it took me 21 hours, 38 minutes, and 6 seconds to complete this challenge. Now, I definitely could have saved some time if I played the game more often and I didn't come back after a big break. But if you're like me and you have a full-time job, the contracts do give you almost a day's worth of content each year, and it keeps adding to it. Next year or the year after, it's going to be literally 24 hours worth of content. So with that being said, thank you for watching the video, and have a good day.